you! How dare you do this to my son? I'll never forgive you for what you've done. What? Who's this? You got the wrong number or something? Don't play dumb. You know exactly who I am. I'm Lisa, Scott's mother. We exchanged numbers at your wedding a long time ago. Remember? Oh, you might as well go ahead and delete my number then. You might already be aware, but Scott and I have already filed for divorce. That means you and I no longer have anything to do with each other. So kindly get out of my life. But you two have a child! Matthew! What about him? Don't you care about what you've done to him? Relax, he'll be fine without his mommy. And one day when he's older, he'll understand why I did what I did. Sometimes you just get a little bored in life. No one should be able to fault you for that. No, he won't ever understand. We'll make sure of it. We won't raise him to be such a callous and cold-hearted man who'd brazenly cheat on the wife he loves. I want him to grow up and be disgusted by you. Oh? What, are you going to be living with Scott and him now? Is that how you'll be making sure of that? Of course. They're going to need all the help they can get now. You sure it's not just because you want to mooch off of them? Huh? Don't act like you don't know. You understand that not only does Scott get full custody over Matthew, he's receiving alimony and child support from me. So I've heard. And that's because I'm rich and well off. Without me, Scott would be living off the streets because he was the one staying home to take care of Matthew. It's so rare to have a stay-at-home dad, but part of the reason why he was one is because he's too incompetent to find a half-decent job. Couldn't even finish high school. Nobody would hire him. If that's how you thought of him, then why did you ever marry him? You know that the reason why he dropped out is because of how much he was being tormented by the other kids. And when he met you at that bar, he really thought you were the only one who could understand him. That's why you two got married and had a kid. But he would have never had to suffer like this if you had never come into his life in the first place. Did you just want to make him suffer for no good reason? Is that it? No, nothing nefarious like that. I mean, he does have a few things going for him. He has a half-decent face, and he almost never complains or talks back to me. Like an obedient little dog. In fact, he could almost accept that I was cheating on him even after he found out. Almost. Until you had to butt your nose into our business. This is why everyone hates mother-in-laws. They ruin everything. I was fine still keeping him as long as he didn't complain, you know. There's no way I could allow him to stay with a wretched slut like you. He deserves better than that. Wow, okay. Could a slut run $1 million company? Well, it doesn't matter what you think of me. I have enough money to wipe my tears with. Have fun mooching off of your own son. I prefer to never talk to you ever again.
Hey, Mom. Thanks for protecting me, but you didn't have to do that. Jean called me, and she seemed really upset. I managed to get her off my case when I told her it was getting late, and I had to put Matthew to bed.
I'm sorry for troubling you. I just can't stand how comfortably she's living after all she's done to you.
It's okay, I know you're just looking out for me. So, when will we be moving in together again?
Next week. I have to use what little savings I have left from your father's inheritance to do it, but we'll manage.
Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna be honest, though. I'm not sure if this will work out.
Why? What's troubling you?
I want you to stay home and look after Matthew, but I don't know if I'll find a good enough job to support you two on my own.
In that case, I'll work too. It might reduce what little social security benefits I have, though, so that's the trade-off.
But you're getting old, Mom, and I don't want Matthew to have to stay home alone.
It'll be all right. Remember what the court ordered. You'll be getting paid alimony, which can help you pay rent. And you'll be receiving a good bit of child support on top of that, too. It'll be hard for sure, but it might be just enough for us to get by comfortably. So don't worry, Scott. any of this. Have you gone and blocked me all of a sudden? What's going on? Hey! Listen here. If you don't answer me right now, I'll make sure you'll be sorry for it. Lisa? That's so strange. I thought I blocked you. So nice of you to finally respond to me, you scumbag. Pleasant as always, I see. So what are you bothering me for? What's going on? Why are you contacting me? Oh, I think I get it. That spineless son of yours wants to get back together with me, but he doesn't have the guts to say it. So that's why he's getting his mommy to do it for him instead. Aww. Absolutely not. You don't have to defend him. I know I'm a real catch. But sorry, I already have a new husband now. One that's way smarter and handsomer than Scott ever was. So leave us alone and rot on the streets like a bunch of poor people. You're incredibly delusional. I think you ought to get that strange head of yours checked out. It'd do you a lot of good. Oh, am I now? Considering your son's personality, I thought I wouldn't be far off. Stop talking crap already and just send us the child support you owe us. You got the divorce that you wanted so you could marry your new man. But isn't this just too cruel of you? What has my son and grandchild done to deserve this? Oh, what nonsense are you spewing now, Lisa? You don't have anything better to do? I'm busy with something quite important right now, and I don't have time to be entertaining your idle shenanigans. I won't be dealing with you today, so stop calling me. If you bother me again, I really will be blocking you for sure. My son has been texting you for a while now, and you've been ignoring him. We can see you've read his messages. So I decided I had to step in and give you a piece of my mind. You need to understand that this isn't just about Scott and me. It's about Matthew, too. He matters. Even if you've decided to throw away my son, you still have to be a mother to your own child. That's the least you can do. Uh-huh. So why haven't you sent us any child support yet? It's already been 7 months since the divorce. Oh, already? Well, I suppose time really does fly when you're having fun. Back when I was with Scott, every day felt like an eternity. Don't change the subject. Within that time frame, you've only sent us money twice. Not only that, but you haven't come to see Matthew even once in that entire time. What's the problem? You're too ashamed of yourself for not paying child support that you don't want to see his face. What lousy excuse are you going to make this time? Jesus, stop blowing up my phone already, lady. Look, I'm just having some trouble here, so I'll send you guys to child support when things get settled down. You hear? Trust me. What do you mean by that? Pray tell, what things are you trying to get settled, Jean? Enlighten me. God, you're obnoxious. Why? What makes you say that? What reason have you given us to trust you? I've lived a long time now, and by my age, you learn that trust is earned, not given. And from the moment you cheated on my son and lied to your own child, you outed yourself as someone who isn't trustworthy. What do you even want me to do about it at this point? The past is in the past. Oh well. And that aside, this isn't a matter of trust. It's a matter of taking responsibility for your own child. Excuse me? Do you even know what Matthew has been eating these days? Do you even care? What? Why? What's he been eating lately? You're acting like he's been eating sewage. Not that it matters. I mean, Matthew's living with you guys, not me. So if he's not eating well, then that's on you two. Are you being for real right now? What? I thought what I said was very reasonable. Matthew has been surviving on McDonald's for the past month because we can't afford much else. Payday for Scott's a couple of weeks away, but even when we get the money, it'll go straight to bills again. Even if you couldn't care less about Scott or me, don't you feel sorry for Matthew? Don't you love him as much as we do? So please, if you call yourself a mother, you need to send the money right away. All right, I get it. Look, I mean it when I say I'm really not in a good place right now. But I promise I'll make sure I send it as soon as things improve. Got it? Improve? How much will they need to improve before you send it? If you're in such a bad situation, then explain this. Look at this. Please enlighten me. What part of a lifestyle that can afford this needs improving? What part of this should justify to me why you can't afford to support your own child? You have the money to fly out to Italy and hang out with your friends, but you don't have any money to spare for your child. And yet you call yourself a mother. Or even just a respectable human being. Hey, how did you even see this post? This was posted privately? Have you been stalking me? Are you really willing to go that far for that pathetic son of yours? Scott was married to you for 8 years. 8 long years. Your friends are his friends. His friends became your friends. And as his mother, I became acquainted with those he friended. But Scott was the one who saw those pictures first. And you want to know how? It was from your friends. We're aware that you've already blocked both of us, but we can still see all the posts your friends post. What the hell? Who posted that on Instagram? Was it Sarah? Emma? Oh, I'm going to kill them. Is finding out who did it really more important to you than your starving child? It's not like they committed a crime. They just happened to inconvenience you a little. That's all. You're the worst kind of person. You know that. You go abroad to hang out with your friends and don't spare a penny in child support. If you continue to not pay child support, I'll help Scott gather evidence and sue you. Do you hear me? I'm going to sue you. Just like how you've been with Scott for 8 years, you've also known me for long enough to know what I'm capable of. God! Okay, I'll send it later. Happy now? Jeez, what a leech. You think I'm going to be satisfied with that? Matthew needs to eat now, not later.
Hey, who do you think you are? A beggar? Have some self-respect, for God's sake. Why are you causing a scene for my wife? She doesn't have time to entertain all the trouble you're causing her. She's an extremely busy businesswoman who's running her own company. She doesn't need you barging into her workplace and causing a fuss in the company lobby. She has enough crap on her plate as is without you trying to add more to it.
What did you just say? Are you crazy? And where did you even get my contact info from to begin with? You and I couldn't be any further than strangers.
From my wife, obviously. I'm not a stalker, unlike some people.
I've already explained myself. My son and I are not stalkers. And you, sir, have no shame at all. Who are you to contact me?
You keep on reaching out to my wife for money as if you're begging for charity, and you expect me to put up with that? When I see how much pain you're causing her?
She's in pain. Good. I would like her to feel uncomfortable.
You're a horrible leech. Are you in the habit of begging? If it costs money to raise a child, then shouldn't you be working to do so? What's that son of yours doing? What are you doing? Are you so free as to have the time to be bothering my wife, when you could be doing more productive things? How long do you plan to keep mooching off my wife?
You keep saying that we're begging and mooching off of her, but do you understand that there's a court order for her to pay child support? We're fully in our right to be asking for it.
Then, if you're having such a hard time, I can give you $60. See? That should be enough, right? Maybe that's enough for you to all upgrade to Subways for a day instead of McDonald's.
Are you being for real right now? Are you crazy?
What? Am I wrong about it being better? At least he gets some vegetables from it.
Do you think you're funny or something? Get lost, you bastard! You literally stole a married woman for her money, you sick gold digger! And what do you give in return? Fantastic makeout sessions. Is that worth a ruined marriage? You may be married on paper now, but at the core of your heart, You'll always be nothing more than a man whore. You're no better than your average slut.
What did you just say? Then what does that make your son then? You think he's an angel? By your logic, he's no better than an ex-man whore to his wife.
That's enough.
What, so you can call me a man whore, but you draw the line at your son?
You want me to spread the truth about you in every neighborhood around town? You want me to tell everyone what you've done? You should know that word gets around fast here. This city's pretty small. You want everyone in your neighborhood knowing what you did every night in her car. Is that what you want?
Are you threatening me now?
And so what if I am? You're no better than a shameless whore. How can you look down on us with all the things you've done up until now?
What a wretched woman you are. You're really crazy, you know that? I feel like I'm losing brain cells just looking at these texts that you've been sending me. How can such horrible words come from a grandmother? Do you touch your grandchild with the same hands that write those vile things?
Indeed, I do. Because I actually care about my son's child more than your slutty wife does her own child. So shut your trap. You have no right to be speaking like that. Besides, what are you doing barging in on this situation? This is between Matthew's dad, Jean herself, and me. It's none of your business.
What is Scott's mom doing in his marriage affairs? You also don't have a right to be getting involved in this business.
Shut up! My son and my grandchild need my help. That's more than enough reason for me to be involved. And I don't even want to talk to brain-dead trash like you. Hey, son. How's work going?
It's going pretty rough. Someone canceled their shift last minute, so I had to take over. It's more money at least, but I'm exhausted to the bone. I'm still scheduled to work another hour or so.
I'm sorry, Scott. I've been trying to make Jean pay what she owes us, but she's been weaseling out of it every way she can.
It's okay, Mom. I know you're trying. We just have to keep working hard. I motivate myself every second of the day by reminding myself I'm doing this for Matthew's sake.
It's a shame we can't afford a good nanny. We can only hire one occasionally. And even then, they tell me he cries the whole time because he misses us.
I feel so guilty, but I can't afford missing work.
Fortunately, I'm on my way home. I'll stop by McDonald's again to feed him. What will you be eating tonight?
Work has some leftover pizza they're about to throw out, so maybe I can sneak a slice without getting caught.
I'm so sorry, Scott. I wish I could help more.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate the thought. Love you.
Scott, something's wrong with Matthew.
Huh? What is it?
I found him collapsed on the floor and he has a dangerously high fever. I'm scared for his life. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh my god, Mom, stay calm. Can you take him to the emergency room?
I was considering that, but we already have so many unpaid medical bills.
You have to try, please, Mom. I'll tell my boss that I need to head home right away for an emergency. I'll meet you at the hospital. Jean, it's Scott. You have to answer me, please. This is an emergency. If you can't answer the phone right now, at least just text me back, please.
Oh, Scott. Have you finally grown a backbone and stopped relying on your mother? Not that it matters. I see you're once again trying to leech off of me again. Look, I'm really busy. I'm about to go into a meeting. I don't have time for this.
Please, I was busy too, but this was serious enough that I made time for it. Matthew is sick. He needs to undergo a thorough examination at the hospital to find what's wrong with him, but we don't have any money. My mom is too busy tending to him to ask you herself, so I realized that I'm the one who has to take responsibility now. Please, could you just send us some money to pay for the hospital bills? We don't have health insurance because our jobs don't provide any. So the hospital is unable to proceed with the examination because we haven't been able to pay them yet.
Wow, you can't be serious. Is that the state of our country right now? What kind of hospital does that to a kid? There's no way any hospital can be that evil. You must be lying to try and leech money from me again, aren't you?
No, I'm not doing anything like that. It's because we've been postponing the payments that we've previously owed, and the hospital is saying that they can't just let it slide this time round. So please send the money as soon as possible. Matthew's life might be in danger. He has a really high fever, and if we don't pay for the examination now, something serious might happen.
Huh. I see. But why are you telling me this? You should be the one taking care of your own sick child. He's living with you now, isn't he? And I don't have custody over him. So why are you asking me for money to pay off hospital bills that you chose to rack up? He's your responsibility.
What is wrong with you? We don't go to the hospital for fun. We always go because we need to. And Matthew is not just my child. He's yours too. You gave birth to him. As a mother, I don't understand how you can treat him like this. Don't you even worry that your son is sick? That's the least you can do.
Oh, look who's getting all high and mighty on me. Are you taking after your mother now?
That's not really my intention, but I feel like feeling sorry for him is the least that you can do as a parent. And if you had sent the money as my mom had requested, this wouldn't have happened.
What? You're really blaming me now? You chose to feed him crap like McDonald's. It's your own fault.
We fed him what we could because we didn't have money. If you had given us money, he would have been well fed, and maybe he would have stayed healthy.
I understand that you're worried, Scott, but why should I be sorry about anything?
It's an expression. It means you should pity him a little bit more.
I get that. Don't patronize me, you high school dropout.
I wasn't. But this is unbelievable. I didn't realize that you were this kind of person, Jean.
Hey, look. Did I make Matthew sick? Did I go to his face and tell him to get sick? I don't know why you're dragging me into your business when I have my own life to be getting to. I'm late to my own meeting because I'm wasting time on you. I can spare about $150 on the hospital bill. There. You happy? You should be grateful I'm giving you anything at all. If that's not enough, I don't know. You're on your own. I can't keep watching this anymore. This is Lisa speaking now. I'm borrowing my son's phone to teach you a lesson. Wow, so he's nothing but a coward after all. And you're a horrible person. Matthew will find out the truth about you. He'll realize that his mother is a garbage human being one way or another. And you will regret it. Oh, how scary. Shouldn't you be tending to that supposedly sick child of yours? Or is this all an elaborate act after all? What, you twisted wretch! I'll make sure you pay for this. I'm documenting all this as we speak. I'm not committing any crime, so go ahead. I don't care. I never said I wanted to put you in jail, but I've warned you. Lisa, have Scott check his bank account. What? Why? What's wrong with it? God, you're really that distrustful of me? I just sent $200. Use it to feed Matthew and stop giving him those cheap hamburgers before he dies of hypertension. Oh, and those nuggets, too. Ugh. I saw a documentary once, and they said they don't even use real chicken. Gross. It's Matthew's birthday today, too, so get him an actually proper meal fit for a birthday, like steak and some mashed potatoes. Something like that. Or if you still somehow can't afford to take him out on that money, at least cook him something nice. Jesus. Wait, what? You actually sent some money for once. What happened? Who are you? Did you find God or something? No. Wow, so miracles really do happen. Maybe if I look outside, I'll see pigs flying up there too. Haha, very funny. You're annoying as hell. It doesn't matter whether or not I send you that money you love. You're obnoxious to me either way. What's even the point? But why only $200? Excuse me? You still want to complain? You should know that the monthly child support you owe us is $1,500. $200 is the kind of money you might give as a generous donation to a charity. But Matthew is your family. Do we look like beggars to you? So what's the excuse this time? When will you send us the rest of the money? God, you're really a good-for-nothing, aren't you? Don't you have anything better to do than harass me for money, Grandma? I sent you what I could afford, and yet you're still talking my ear off. I just can't please you, can I? You want to know why I gave you any money at all? It's thanks to my hubby's kind heart. He was saying I should let Matthew have a nice meal for his birthday. Yet you don't want to have him eat good food on a regular basis. You'll only let him eat on his birthday. Oh my God! Just shut up and be grateful for it. And how do you want me to react learning that it was your husband's idea and not yours? You want me to praise him and hail him as a saint and an angel? I see. No wonder you left my son. He just can't compare. Is that right? Yep, that's right. My hubby's different from a pathetic loser than Scott. What did you just say? You heard me, you old hag. The apple doesn't really fall far from the tree, does it? Why are you surprised? We both knew this already. My hubby is so kind-hearted that he has the decency to care for the well-being of a child that isn't even his own. The bare minimum, considering he's his wife's child. Nope. You love to talk about legal matters, right? Laws and regulations. Well, legally, he has no obligations toward Matthew whatsoever. And here's another legal fact for you. If I prove that I have the intention to pay child support, there's nothing the law can do to make me. You can't really force me to make me pay so long as I send you at least some money and show that I care. You're just out of your mind. Even if you don't care about Scott and me, your own child is suffering from your spite. Don't put words into my mouth. I never said such a thing. I care very much for Matthew, thank you very much. You're going to hell. You know that. When I die, I'll make sure I drag you down with me along with that man-whore husband of yours. Oh yeah? You've got one foot in the grave already, right, Grandma? Have you saved up enough for your funeral? One day, karma will get you two. You'll see. And we'll definitely collect the child support you owe us, with interest. Every penny of it and no less. You'll be sorry that you didn't pay us in time. Sure, I welcome you to try it. But you won't be able to get any of that child support money from me against my will. And like I said, it's not like I won't give you anything at all. I'll send the money to you when I can. But I'm telling you, our business is in a tight spot and I can't be handing cash out willy-nilly. Yeah. And I hope that business of yours dies a painfully slow death. You deserve to be put in debt.
God, you don't even contact me unless I contact you first. What's the matter with you all? Do you have no common sense? You should be calling me at least 3 times a month. That's the bare minimum.
Excuse me. What are you even talking about, Robert? What do you want us to call you for? Why would either of us reach out to the father of Scott's ex-wife? It's not like we were on particularly good speaking terms to begin with.
Oh, shut up. It's not about you, stupid. I couldn't care less about talking to you two. It's about Matthew. I should be allowed to see him.
Why?
As a fellow grandparent, shouldn't you understand? Even if Scott and my little darling got divorced, I don't understand why you haven't brought Matthew over to see me.
Well, that's because as a result of that divorce, all connections between us four have been severed.
Says who? I'm not the one who wanted those two to get divorced, so why should I have to suffer because young people don't take wedding vows seriously anymore? Till death do us part. What a load of baloney.
I disagree. I think it's great to be able to easily escape from a situation where your spouse is cheating on you. It'd be much more horrible to be forced to stay with them, the way it used to be in the past.
Are you trying to start a fight with me? Anyhow, their decisions shouldn't affect me in any way. I have a right to see Matthew, and that's final. So, why are you hiding him and keeping him away from me? I have the right to see my grandson, and you can't just take that away from me.
Jesus, since when did you care anyway?
I've always cared.
Really now? It's not like you didn't know where we were. You could have visited us anytime you wanted to after the divorce. We wouldn't have stopped you. And yet you expect us to just come over when we're so busy ourselves. Tell me, why do you care about Matthew? Since when have you shown that care toward him?
Plenty of times, you just haven't noticed. I'm showing him care right now.
Did you show him care by not helping out with the child support for over 2 years? You're aware that your daughter's been claiming she can't afford to send child support, right? As a parent, shouldn't you feel obligated to step in to help your own grandchild? You've never once stepped in to help your grandson in any meaningful way. So why are you pretending you care now? Did you know that when Matthew was sick in the hospital with a high fever, unable to get an examination because we couldn't afford it without child support, Jean only threw $150 for the hospital bills and didn't even come to check up on Matthew? Can you really call someone like that a mother? Do you see no problem with that? Did your own mother do that? If she did, then I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean you can let your daughter do the same thing to her child.
Ah, you insolent old hag. You get my mother's name out of your filthy mouth. Besides, what do I have to do with Jean? She's a grown woman now. She can say or do whatever she wants. That is none of my business. I raised her for 18 years. She's out of my hands now.
I'm embarrassed that someone like you is also considered a parent. I'd die of shame if I ever let my son act this way.
If you really need money so badly, why don't you and Scott work instead of sitting around being lazy bums? Don't the two of you have a perfectly good pair of legs attached to you? Scott isn't disabled and your limbs are fine. And even if you are getting on in years, plenty of people still work at your age out of necessity. Am I wrong?
I'm dumbfounded. I can't believe you're really talking to me like this.
Why are you relying on Scott's ex-wife to live like leeches? Get a life, Lisa. I just don't understand. You are doing such a dishonest and shameful thing by using your grandchild to get money. Live honestly and earn your own living.
Don't you dare be talking about frivolous little things like living honestly and call us leeches in the same breath. You're the worst kind of motivational speaker.
I'm only telling you how it is. It's not my fault that you get offended by the truth.
Am I asking for money for Scott's and my sake? No! This money is for Matthew's child support and nothing else. We'll starve ourselves if it means we can feed him something decent. But we're at a point where even if we starve ourselves, we still can't afford much better for him than rice and beans or McDonald's. Can't your daughter afford to send even another $200, considering she's a high and mighty CEO running her own business? I don't know what kind of shady business she's running where she can't even afford that. But she can at least try, considering she's normally supposed to pay $1,500 a month. Also, you act as if we're leeches, but both Scott and I work.
You could have fooled me with how insistent you are on pestering my poor daughter. Since you two are raising the child, it's only natural that the costs of child rearing should come from your own pocket, not hers. Instead of complaining about needing money, go and find an actual better job that pays more and stop bothering Jean. Or find another one. Plenty of folks work 3 jobs like it's nothing.
You should understand that there's not a lot of people hiring those at my old age. And Scott doesn't have enough credentials to get a better paying job.
Why? Because he's a high school dropout? Guess he should have thought twice about dropping out then.
He was working on his GED when he found out about the affair, and he had to abandon his efforts altogether because your daughter just couldn't keep her hands off of another man.
And your son should have put more of an effort into keeping her around in the first place. Anyhow, why should Jean have to pay so much money to you two? She doesn't even have custody over Matthew.
Like I said, it's because that daughter of yours was irresponsible and lost her rights by being a cheater. Need I remind you of how long she was cheating on my son?
What is our country coming to where you can just lose custody of your own child all because you made a few mistakes? Is this what America has become?
A few? You mean several mistakes that occurred over the course of 6 years? And instead of apologizing, she doubled down on her behavior and married the guy!
In any case, bring the child over this weekend. I haven't seen my grandson in a long time. Believe it or not, I do miss him dearly.
You don't seem to miss him enough if you won't go out of your way to see him for yourself. If you want us to take him to see you so bad, get that useless daughter of yours to send us the child support money.
Are you really holding my own grandchild hostage, you cruel old hag?
We're the same age, you dimwit. Like I said, you can get off your lazy bum if you want to see him that bad, but clearly you don't. So we won't be going out of our way to bring him to you unless you get that daughter of yours to send us the money. Otherwise, I won't send you even a single picture of him.
You know, I can actually file a petition to get reasonable access to Matthew. Then you'll have no choice but to bring him to me. But really, I'd like to not have to resort to that.
Huh! Where did you read that from? From Facebook or something? You should know by now that you can't believe everything you see on social media. I'm sorry to be the one to break the bad news to you, but our state doesn't grant any rights to grandparents to see their grandchildren. At least do your homework correctly if you're going to try and threaten me. Otherwise, you're no better than a barking dog.
What did you just call me? You'll regret this. I'll make sure you do.
Go ahead. I know you can't do squat. Take us to court if you want, but I have plenty of evidence to fight back against you with. I'll even wait for you there, you stupid man. Just try us. I dare you. You! What's wrong with your mother? What did she say to my father? Tell me right now!
Why are you asking me? Isn't that something you should be asking her instead?
I'm asking you because your mother is getting out of hand, and you have a responsibility to wrangle her in.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
She can make her own decisions, and I don't see what was wrong with her response.
What's with you? You used to never talk back to me. I messaged you thinking you could be a good little doormat for me.
It's too bad for you that isn't the case anymore. I need to protect my family.
You and your mom are just sick in the head. Do you understand that all my father wanted was the chance to see Matthew? That's it. But your mother responded as if he wanted the chance to kill him.
An exaggeration? I saw the messages myself, and I thought the way my mother acted was perfectly reasonable given the circumstances. There's no reason why your father can't just see Matthew himself.
Don't you feel any sense of obligation to him? Even if we are divorced, he is still basically your father-in-law.
How? We're unrelated to each other now.
No, you should have told your mother to show him more respect. That's your duty to him as his son-in-law. And your mother should stop behaving like such a child at her old age. She'll get even more wrinkles in her ugly face if she keeps acting out like that.
Respect? How could you have expected my mother to show him any respect when he just acts like you? You're practically the same person. You might not believe me, but she was actually showing restraint. She could have really cursed him out if she wanted to. I've been showing restraint myself as well, all the way up until now. I've bottled everything up for the sake of my child, but I feel as if I can say with confidence now that you are all nothing but a family of garbage, and I am glad to have escaped from you sooner rather than later.
Excuse me? You just called us garbage? Are you being serious right now? You would have never called me names before.
Like I said, those days are over now. I'm not going to continue to put up with you taking advantage of me anymore. I gave up my dreams because you wanted to keep the baby and needed someone to stay by your side to take care of it. I gave up my dreams so that you could keep yours. But you never once thanked me. You only ever complained when the house wasn't perfectly spotless or that I didn't cook dinner right. If I asked about where you were, you'd snap back at me. I realize now that you were so defensive because you were already starting your affair.
And so what? You were slacking off at the one job you were supposed to be doing.
I wasn't slacking. I was doing the best that I could, considering that you were completely hands-off when it came to taking care of Matthew. Even now, you're still trying to dump everything on me. You know, ever since we got divorced, our child has entered the 3rd grade. Did you know that? Do you know how old he is? Were you ever curious enough to ask? Do you want to know what his favorite subject is at school? What have you been doing this whole time? As a mother, what have you actually done for Matthew?
I gave birth to him. He should be grateful!
Being a proper parent requires more than just giving birth to him. I can't ever imagine what it's like to give birth, but being a parent doesn't stop there. You didn't even send him a present last Christmas. You could have at least called him. The fact that you didn't just shows how little you care. You've only given us a couple of $100, and even then, it was split over several months. And now you have the audacity to be speaking like this to me?
What did you just say to me? It's not like I've left him on his own to completely fend for himself.
Jean, are you really expecting me to believe you at this point?
You always have before!
And look at where that got me. A divorce and the life of a single parent fending for myself. By the way, it appears your father still hasn't received the documents my mother sent him.
What are you even talking about? What documents?
Apparently your father got my mom really riled up the other day, so she consulted a lawyer about what she could do about the matter. It seems that government policies these days are quite good when it comes to these matters. Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah, I do. Why are you bringing the government into this?
The government can provide child support in place of parents who refuse to pay. But those parents aren't let off scot-free. They can be fined or even face time in prison. I was so surprised when my mom told me that. But isn't that an excellent way to prevent deadbeat parents from not taking responsibility of their children?
No, you're just lying now. There's no way they can enforce that on people.
It's fine if you think I'm lying, even though you, of all people, know that I'm the type to always tell the truth.
Well, you heard it from your mom, right? And I know you're gullible enough to believe things at face value.
Don't worry, I did my own research. It's okay if you don't believe me, but I think you'll understand sooner rather than later that what my mom said is true. She helped me apply for a lawsuit already, so I'll be sending the documents to you as well. So prepare yourself to pay us child support. Every penny of it. You have no more excuses, nowhere to hide. We won't allow you to keep pretending that you intend to pay.
You're unbelievable. You'd really go that far?
I heard from a friend of mine that your company is actually doing quite well. It must be nice to be a CEO. What does your company do again? You never did talk much about your work.
It doesn't matter to you what business I run. All you care about is the money, you leech.
Well, surely it's a business that earns you enough money to pay us a few $1,000s. You always made fun of me for coming from a poor family, so your earnings must be on another league.
Do you really have to do this to me? Really? You haven't actually filed a lawsuit against me, have you? There's no way. You have to be bluffing.
My mother swore to you that she'd definitely make you pay that child support one way or another. You've been warned before that she's been gathering evidence. Did you think that she wouldn't do anything with that? And I am going to do everything in my power to support her. I can't just sit here idly and watch my old mother and my child suffer because I don't have the strength to fight back.
You might not know what I do for a living, but you should know that reputation is important in my field. That goes for most CEOs. Not that a high school dropout like you would know. If people find out about this lawsuit, it's over for me. And it'll be over for you too, because if I don't have a job, you don't get any money out of me. Right? No one can expect me to pay without a stream of income.
You could easily save your reputation by paying us the child support now. We're doing this because you've given us no choice. This is for Matthew's sake.
Look, this isn't up to me. If you want me to tell you the truth, it's my hubby who holds the purse strings. If you want the money so badly, you gotta go to him. I don't have a say in it.
Really? You're a CEO, but you let your husband hold all the money and power over you? I don't know what you expect me to say to that. It doesn't matter whether or not you're in control of the money. You have to pay child support like the court ordered you to.
Please, if this gets out, I'm done for. If something like a lawsuit happens, I really won't be able to pay you squat. Please have your mother talk to that lawyer as soon as possible and try to stop the lawsuit being filed. Can you cancel lawsuits once they've been filed? If you can, then do it. Once you do, I promise I'll find some other way to pay you child support.
Why should I trust you? You have been lying shamelessly to my face all this time, and you're asking me to believe you? After you betrayed my trust time and time again?
But I'm Matthew's mother. It doesn't matter what you call me. That fact will never change. We'll always be tied by blood, and I do care for him. So no matter what, I won't leave him to fend for himself. I won't leave him to die.
That's the bare minimum. And it is very convenient to call yourself his mother now when you've repeatedly shoved the responsibility of being his parent onto us.
We have a huge opportunity at work right now. Something that'll help our business out immensely. And I can't let that fall through. If everything goes well, we'll get a huge return out of it. It'll be unbelievable. That'll help me pay for child support. Okay? So please stop with the lawsuit.
Your business is going fine.
No, it's not. Please do it for me. Don't you feel anything for me? We were together for 8 years. We were once husband and wife. So can't you trust me again just this once? I really promise I'll pay. Please.
Ugh, my mom is gonna be so mad at me. Fine, we will hold off the lawsuit for now. You have 2 months. Pay everything you owe within that time frame. Do you understand? If you miss any more payments in the future, I won't be able to stop my mother anymore. That's how things are now. I'm telling you this. This is your last chance.
Yay! You won't regret it, I promise. I'll take your words very, very seriously. Hey! What's the holdup? Why haven't you been responding to Scott? Did you forget that arrangement you agreed on with him? I was ready to give you a piece of my mind for taking advantage of him yet again, but he really wanted to give you just one more chance. That boy of mine is just way too soft. But we gave you 2 whole months to resolve the child support issue. Well, where is it? Where's the money you owe us? We've given you plenty of time. Sorry, I'm on a business trip to Mexico right now, but I'll be back in 3 days. We can talk then. Don't worry, I'll give you the money then too, exactly as I've promised. You're unbelievable. I wish my son had never married you. That was the biggest mistake of his life. Ha! Right back at him. You tugged on his heartstrings and made him falter in his decision when he was trying so hard to be firm for Matthew's sake. And I let it go. But I see I shouldn't have bothered. If you were really going to leave your own child on his own like this, I wouldn't have bothered honoring Scott's decision. I would have just gone ahead and sued you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Relax and quit blowing up my phone. Didn't you read what I just sent you? Not once did I say I wouldn't give you the money. Quite the opposite, in fact. 3 more days. That's all I ask. I'll give it to you. So get off my case. Business is important too. This will be your very last chance. After that, even Scott won't be able to stop me. All right, that's it. I've had it. Jean, you trash bag slut. Answer the phone right now. You piece of human garbage. Pick it up right now. Answer the phone. Are you going to weasel your way out of this one once again? Will you continue to let Matthew fend for himself? Send us the money right now. I won't let you go this time. You've really done it now.
Wow, I can just tell that you're just using Matthew as a shield. Not like that's news to me. I knew it all along, you leech, sicko. You just wanted the money. To hell with child support, am I right?
Excuse me. Who is this? This isn't Jean.
It's me, her husband. I noticed that her phone was going off like crazy, and I thought I should give her a break by answering you instead. Hello. Incidentally, what were you planning to waste that child support money on? Were you gonna spend it all on gambling? Buying luxury handbags?
You're really calling me sick. Well, I really don't want to hear that from a homewrecker like you. Get Jean back on her own phone. Where is she?
You have to stop this. I won't allow you to mess with Jean any further. Why are you so insistent on being a beggar for your own child instead of earning money yourself?
I'm certain I've told you this before, but we are in fact working.
Well, unfortunately for you, Jean and I won't be coming back to the US for at least 2 years.
Excuse me?
Yep, so what's it gonna be? Are you gonna follow us all the way here to torment us? With what money? I know you two probably don't have the best credit score, but surely you'll find somewhere willing to give you a loan, even if it's through some shady means. I mean, you supposedly care about that grandson of yours, right? You don't want your family to starve to death, do you? And to be frank, I don't want that on my conscience either. So hurry up and be responsible for your own children.
Are you really telling me to take out a loan instead of Jean paying the child support she owes us? Are you crazy? And you keep my grandchild's name out of your mouth, you piece of human garbage! Get Jean right now! This is between us and her, and no one else! There's no place for a homewrecker like you in our business.
Oh, right, I think I should fill you in on something.
What now? What excuse are you going to make?
Remember how Jean asked you to give her 3 more days, and you were stupid enough to agree?
Yes.
Well, that was Jean buying us some time to get away from you once and for all. You couldn't figure that out yourself? It seems that old age has rotted your brain too. We might consider sending you child support if you send us a box of chocolates and a video of you getting on your hands and knees begging.
There's no way we'd ever stoop that low to a couple of good-for-nothings like you!
You really need to learn how to support your own child instead of relying on someone else's wife.
Jean truly doesn't care about her own child, does she? As a fellow mother, that sort of mindset is unfathomable to me. I just can't relate.
And now you're guilt-tripping and using your grandchild as an excuse to suck us dry out of our money? That is pathetic. Don't you feel embarrassed?
Shut up!
What will your grandchild learn seeing the way that you two behave? I can only assume that he'll turn out to be as much of a lowlife as you two. He has no hope of becoming a decent person. I almost pity him. He'll attach himself to some poor woman and suck her dry of her money too.
There's nothing you can say that will shake me up. You're good for nothing but speaking garbage. So shut up. I didn't want to talk to you in the first place.
Hello, Robert. Long time no talk. Have you heard that Jean is leaving for a foreign company overseas? Were you aware of that already? What? Oh, you're talking about Jean and her husband leaving for Argentina? Of course I knew about that. I'm her father. There's no way she wouldn't tell her old man. I see. I thought she'd be in Mexico. Did she lie to my mom about that too? I don't know what you're blabbering on about, but she's in Argentina because she's doing important business for her company. What's the big deal? She's a grown adult, and she can do whatever she wants for her company. Why do you care? That daughter of yours is truly amazing. Is she running to Argentina because she doesn't want to pay child support? Is she really willing to go that far? Watch your mouth. What are you even talking about? You've raised her incredibly well. I commend you. It seems she has no integrity. She has no problem lying to me over and over again. You did a great job teaching her manners. Listen here, my daughter would never run away. I can't believe you jumped to conclusions like that. I've been told differently. She went to do business, you hear me? She's earning that money that you've been begging her for. Who do you think's gonna pay you child support if she can't have a source of income? Well, it appears you definitely won't be. No worries, we weren't counting on you in the first place. If you just have patience for once in your life, Jean will take care of things herself. Do you honestly think that I'll believe that now? Do you know how many times that she's lied to me and my mother? Does she know how much Matthew has suffered because of her? Of course she knows. She never stops thinking about him. Look at that. You're lying for her. It seems like lying runs in the family. I need to take care to not let Matthew go down the same path. Don't you understand why she feels the need to lie in the first place? No, because there is no excuse at this point. She's trying to get away from all of your pestering as she gathers up the money in the meanwhile.
If you just sit back and wait, she'll give you the money that she owes you. Just give her time and space.
Hey, Robert, I have a suggestion. As her father, why don't you take responsibility for the money she owes me and pay for the child support in her stead? And then when she's able to afford it, she can pay you back. Isn't that reasonable? Matthew can't keep waiting for her. And I'm certain you must trust your daughter. I mean, if she betrays even her father, then there is truly no hope for her. Please, for your grandson?
Haha, nice try. I hope Matthew won't inherit your sly attitude.
I'm not being sly here. This is for Matthew's sake.
Why does it matter whether or not Jean pays child support anyway? That money should be a supplement, not a crutch. Matthew's your own responsibility, so you should be taking care of him yourself. Why do you insist on bothering my daughter? She's starting a new life now. So take responsibility for your own.
Huh? What new life? What are you talking about? She's just continuing her affair in a different country. Saying that she is starting a new life sounds like such a positive and happy thing, but she has had to make me suffer in the process. What's so happy about that? While we were still together, Jean was having affairs behind my back and living a secret double life with another man. And what does she do to her own child now? She makes good money. That's why she's mocked my mother and I so much. But she claims that she can't even afford to pay child support. Don't you have something to say to me?
No, not really.
This is your daughter we're talking about. You've raised her to be this way, haven't you? And you, I'm sure you knew about this all along, yet you refuse to tell a word of it to me. You're no better than Jean is.
What do you want me to do about it? She's my daughter. I wouldn't make her live with someone that she doesn't love.
I didn't want to live my life for 8 years with someone who didn't love me either. But I suppose your daughter is the only person in the world that matters to you. Screw me, screw Matthew, screw everyone. Isn't that right?
Your attempts to guilt me won't work.
That's fine, but just know that my mother and I won't be giving up. If you won't discipline that daughter of yours, my mom has full intentions of doing it for you. And once she does, Jean will come running back to you. No matter what, my mom won't give up on tormenting her, even if she tries to hide at the ends of the earth.
Oh, really now? How scary. So, to that end, what's a convenience store worker and a maid gonna do?
Huh?
Jean told me about it. You work as a convenience store worker, and you've recently picked up another job. And that mother of yours earns a living cleaning hotel rooms and other people's apartments. How will you make time to be chasing after my daughter? You can hardly afford to feed that son of yours on top of that, right? Unless, of course, that's all being a farce.
Don't worry, I've talked to my mother and she's resolved to find a way. She says you'll never escape from her.
Don't tire yourself out for no reason. Here, I'll give you $500, so give up and stop pestering my daughter. You lot were bothered by how I was unwilling to pay anything in the first place, correct? Then this should be enough to satisfy you.
Wow, a whole $500?
That's right. Are you pleased enough with that? By God, you've been making things so difficult for Jean, especially your mother. Because of her always threatening her, Jean can't move on with her life.
I don't think you understand that Jean owes us much more than $500. I can't accept what you're trying to give us.
Excuse me? You think you're in any place to be rejecting me? You're lucky I'm giving you anything at all.
No, the child support Matthew is supposed to be receiving each month is supposed to be much more than that. You can't expect me to consider that enough to last his whole childhood, can you?
You're obsessed with money, you miserable brat. Haven't you ever heard of the saying, beggars can't be choosers? Who do you think you are? Oh, I know. Are you doing this for your mom? I heard somewhere that women who get child support don't use it for their kids at all. They use it to get their hair and nails done. They call them welfare queens. Is your mother taking the opportunity to become one of them?
How dare you talk that way about my mother? She would never do such a thing.
Well, if that's your claim, why not show me proof? Give me the documents and receipts. We need to know where that money is disappearing to.
Don't you understand that my mother and I work very low-wage jobs? And the small amount of money your daughter sends us every once in a blue moon is hardly enough to cover food. We often have to leave Matthew home by himself, eating leftover McDonald's from the day before. Whenever I leave for work in the morning, he always begs me not to go so that he doesn't have to come back from school to an empty apartment. It breaks my heart every time. He tells me that he cries alone a lot. Why does a young child like him have to suffer like that? We'd love to hire a regular babysitter for him or put him in daycare, but most of the time there's just no money for that.
And that's because you all don't know what it means to save. You get cash and you blow it all on useless crap right away.
Please don't make assumptions. We are in this position because Jean isn't paying her child support. What's worse, she left our child without a mother all because she couldn't help herself from going after a homewrecker.
Then marry another rich girl. If you're lucky, she'll let you mooch of her again.
If I did that just to get money, then I wouldn't be much better than Jean herself. I only want to marry for the right reasons, not for convenience or for fun. Someone like Jean is the source of my child's pain. I can't just sit here idly and take it anymore.
You talk a lot of smack for someone who's had to hide behind his mommy up until now.
I admit, I wish I had shown more courage before.
What, so now you're trying to be a knight in shining armor, waltzing into the scene? Grow up. Even if you try, what can you really do? Be honest with yourself. What options do you have? She's in a different country now. She's above the law. Besides, all you youngins know how to do these days is moan and complain. You don't know how good you have it now. Back in my day, there was no such thing as child support, and people actually took marriage seriously. None of this divorcing left and right nonsense. My wife, rest her soul, would stay up all day and night raising Jean back then.
And what were you doing?
Working a respectable job, doing what a man ought to do to put food on the table.
You never thought to help your wife?
What? Taking care of the kids is a woman's job, and everyone raised their child that way back then, and we all turned out fine.
I have my doubts.
So quit acting like you're the most miserable guy out there. Not everything is about you. You're not the only parent out there who has to work and raise kids at the same time. Plenty of couples have to do that nowadays, and they're getting by just fine. Be grateful that you don't have it worse and move on with your life. And you have to get some sense into your son's head. What's a man like him sniveling and crying for just because he has to eat McDonald's alone in the house from time to time?
It is almost every day, mind you.
There's worse things in the world. Make him understand the importance of hard work, and that'll shut him up for good.
How dare you be so cruel to Matthew? That is horrible of you. I'm glad that I have never taken him to see you after the divorce. I shudder to think about how you'd influence him.
He needs to get a taste of the real world.
What kind of a grandfather are you? If my dad were still around, I know he wouldn't be nearly as callous and cold-hearted as you. You know what? After how you've treated all of us, there is no reason for me to let you see Matthew, even after we receive the child support. So please, forget the idea of ever seeing him again. There is nothing in the law granting you the right to see him.
Fine, whatever. I don't need to see that son of yours.
Really? You're not just putting up an act?
Nope, I really mean it. Keep him. Jean told me she's pregnant. That means I can look forward to having a real grandchild now. She says it's gonna be a girl. How darling is that? So why would I care about that crybaby son of yours in the least? Little boys aren't worth doting on the way little girls are. What reason is there for me to care now? Look at reality already, Scott.
Huh? What do you mean she's pregnant? By that escort? Oh, I can't believe this.
Would you look at that? You look so happy with that man and that spawn of Satan. How does it feel, Jean? To have forgotten your own son in favor of a child born of an affair? To fly around the world, leaving Matthew behind? It's strange how you seem so happy in these pictures. Does the thought of Matthew starving to death because of the child support you don't send ever cross your mind? You really are nothing but a creep, Lisa. Get a hobby already and stop stalking people. How are you even getting these pictures in the first place? What, are you following us? Or did you hire someone to take those photos for you? I thought you were on the verge of homelessness, no? Yes, we're still struggling. No thanks to you. And what? You're leaving Matthew all on his own just to pester me again? Is he aware that he's being taken care of by a bunch of creeps? It's fine. You don't have to pretend to worry about Matthew. It just makes me want to hurl. I already know you don't care about him, you slut. Wherever you go, I'll be there. I'll be there during both your happy and unhappy moments. Don't forget, Jean. Even when you die, I'll make sure my face is the last thing you see for everything you've done to my son and his child. Oh, I'm so sick and tired of you already. Fine, I get it. Since you apparently know where I am, come to my house in 2 hours. I'll be getting you off my back once and for all. Hey! Hey, Jade! Open up the door! What kind of greeting is this? You're the one who told me to come. Open the door right now. How long are you going to keep me waiting here? Wow, so you really did come. Right on time, too. Now shut up, you stupid old hag. You're going to wake the baby. If you don't want me to cause a racket, then you should have had the door open for me in the first place. Why should I let a crazy old fart like you into my house? There's no need for us to even see each other's faces, is there? What on earth are you talking about? How else am I going to get what I came for? Come to the back of the house by the window. And take this with you. That should be enough to cover your child support, if you're still keeping up with that farce. Huh. What did you just throw? What's this scrap of paper? Do you really need to ask me? Did you even pick it up, or are you just that lazy? Ugh. Go on. Take a good look at it for me. What is this? A lottery ticket? Are you kidding me? What else do you got? That's it. You have to be kidding me. You can't possibly be this stupid. Is this your plan on how to weasel your way out of paying child support again? What's so bad about it? Wouldn't it be better for you if you won the lottery instead of pestering me for cash? And how high are the chances for that? You might as well have given me a scrap of garbage. Haven't you heard of any of the recent lottery winners? They say the jackpot is around $40 million these days. Can you believe it? Imagine winning all that. The chances of that are so slim. I don't know. Miracles could always happen. Just pray for it, and maybe you could win and become filthy rich. So there. That's all I can give you for your child support. So give up and get out of here. I never want to see your faces ever again. Scott's pretty pathetic himself, but you're the worst of the worst. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Why would I? I'm only fighting for what's right. You're fighting for your own benefit. You always come crying, begging me for money. I don't think either of you are trying that hard to find a real job to support yourselves. You clearly have enough free time to follow me around and threaten me. So why not use that time to keep Matthew company and live your own life? How could you possibly be berating me for not paying child support when you're not taking care of Matthew either? I can't trust someone so irresponsible as you to use that money wisely. I don't want a cheating slut like you talking about responsibility as if you have the moral high ground. Like I've said repeatedly, we're in our full right to be demanding what you owe us. You don't actually care about whether or not we're taking care of Matthew. You just want to use him as a shield to shut us up. Do you think we're stupid? That money you owe us is child support. It is money meant to help support a child. It's not money for me to do my hair. It's not money for us to gamble away. It's money the court ordered you to pay so we can raise your son. The one you gave birth to. Wake up already. You care about that new baby of yours, don't you? Why can't you extend that same care to Matthew, too? Don't you feel sorry for him? You left him to fend for himself.
Hi, this is Jean's husband speaking now. You should take care of your own child yourself, and we'll be raising our own children. Thank you very much.
So you're essentially saying that Jean's disowned Matthew?
If you really need money, come and clean for our company or something. Maybe you'll at least get some pocket change out of us.
You're sick. I can't believe she'd stoop this low.
What? If you want money from us, you have to work for it. Those who don't work don't deserve to eat. It won't be much, mind you, but it should be enough to keep you from starving to death. Who knows? Maybe you can upgrade from McDonald's to Burger King. That should be an improvement, right? Now get out of here before we call the police. You're trespassing.
You sick and twisted sack of garbage! I'll make sure you both regret this.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm ready to call the cops whenever.
It was your wife who invited me here in the first place. But fine. I'll be leaving. Guess what, Jean? Thank you for that lottery ticket you threw at me. I must admit, I was quite infuriated when that was all I had to show Scott. But you're right! Miracles do happen. We could finally afford to feed Matthew something nice. I don't even remember the last time we could all afford some decent steak. Don't worry, I'll give credit where credit is due. I'll be sure to tell Matthew that you were the one who threw that ticket in my face. He'll understand that you were truly being a loving and thoughtful mother. Huh? Hold on. What? What is this? You can't be serious. What, did you hire someone to Photoshop this picture? Is that how far you're willing to go to spite me? You can check the news if you find it so unbelievable. Oh my god. You can't be serious. Hey! That ticket was mine! You know it was mine! So you better give me that money! Hey! Pick up the phone! I'm telling you, that's my money you're spending! I deserve to have it! You can't just use it without my permission! There. So now Scott will be filled in on this as well.
Huh? What's going on here?
So here's the deal. Lisa, Scott, I've come prepared with all the child support payments I've owed you up until now. Got it? It's $20,000, which should also be enough to cover all future payments, which should be more than I actually owe you. So, please give me back that lottery ticket I gave you. Through me! That was originally mine, and I let you have it. You and I both know that.
Oh, wait a second. That's your logic? Is that how you're trying to rationalize taking our money?
You're unbelievable. What are you even trying to do here? And what do you want us to do with that measly $20,000 that's supposed to cover all future child support payments on top of what you already owe us? Are you insane? You're supposed to be paying them until Matthew's 18. He's only in 5th grade now. What? I thought your business was flourishing. Yet this is really all you have to offer us. If you were going to include all future payments in that, you should have at least made it $50,000.
Hey now, let's stay calm, okay? Look at you two, we really are sorry. Whatever we did to you, we apologize. I'm sorry, but your apologies ring hollow to me. No, we're being honest here. We feel so bad about what we've done, we've prepared $20,000 to make up for it. This is all just for you three. This must be enough to satisfy you, no?
No.
Please give us back that lottery ticket. Or if you really are that reluctant to part with it, split it with us. How about that compromise? That way everyone is happy.
Oh, shut up. You really felt the need to repeat what that wife of yours said. We already know what your measly offer is. How much did you two pay for that lottery ticket? $5? Well, $5, huh? And here we are, offering you the chance to forgive all your past and future payments you owe us for the low, low price of $5. Isn't that a great opportunity for you? You should be happy and celebrate rather than coming back to us with that money.
No, we don't want that. We want to pay you the child support money and keep the rest of the jackpot. That winning ticket was ours, so we have the right to it, or at least half of it. I don't understand why you're not taking our offer. Are you being delusional right now? Even I can see that the money you're offering is not nearly enough to cover what you owe us. Are you just that desperate?
Hey, hubby, just shut up and let me handle this. I don't want you to complicate things more than they already are. Just nod your head like a good boy. Scott? Lisa? Come on now. If you tell me you'd like me to kneel down and lick your shoes, I will. Do you want that? I won't deny that'd be at least a little funny. Right? So you do want that? And if you told me you want me to step up and be a real mother to Matthew, I'd try my best. I promise with all my heart. I'll take him to school, go to the movies with him, take him to theme parks. I'll do everything that a mother is supposed to do. I'll love him as much as I love my daughter. So please understand that I really need that money right now. I really do. I have to expand my business, but that doesn't come for cheap. Please? Besides, $768 million is way more than you'll ever need, considering you don't even run a business, right? I don't know. I don't really sense your urgency. Are you really going to wait until I tell you to kneel down and lick my shoes? Shouldn't you have already been trying to do that? You came all the way here to our apartment. I can see you from the window. That should have been the first thing you did the moment you stepped foot on our property. You and that home-wrecking husband of yours. No, Lisa, I didn't mean to come off like that. I really am desperate. Here, you can see me, right? I'm kneeling down right now. Hubby, you better kneel down too. See? We're both kneeling now. How about it? Are you satisfied with this? I wouldn't say satisfied, but I like what I'm seeing. But you two better stay like that, or we'll call the cops on you for trespassing. You'd really go so far as to do that? What's the problem? It's okay for your husband to threaten me, but not the other way around. And it's bold of you to assume we don't have anything worth spending on. Give anyone even $768 million, and they'll find a way to spend that money. If we really wanted to spend money and we had the funds, we could spend it right away. Who are you to decide anything and then demand we give you the money we won?
Hey, come on now. I'm sorry for threatening you, and we're sorry for making assumptions. Please, just don't be so angry.
Mom, I'll handle this. I want you two to understand that it's thanks to you not paying child support that I couldn't be there for Matthew for 3 years because I was too busy working. Even my mom barely had the opportunity to watch over him. I couldn't afford to give him a good apartment to live in. We had to get a cheap studio apartment in a bad part of town. Our packages got stolen a lot, and the place has mold that our landlord won't help with. His health has deteriorated, and he has severe atopic dermatitis.
Oh, really?
Why are you acting surprised? Don't you remember when I told you this? Is that how little you care about our son? His condition has only worsened because we couldn't afford to make his periodic visits to the doctor because we couldn't afford health insurance in this country.
That's terrible! The healthcare system here is really a travesty.
You can save the fake pity. You know, all this talking's got me thinking about what I could spend all of our money on. I'm thinking we could move ourselves into a better home, one where Matthew can get plenty of fresh air and space to play. There's a fancy house next to where you guys live, am I right?
No way. No one's lived in that place for years because no one can afford the price.
Yep, but it has a really good backyard and a beautiful pond, and we have the money to afford it now. Matthew can finally have a place where he can feel comfortable instead of being cooped up in this stuffy, moldy apartment.
Look, please don't do this to us. For old time's sake, at least. We were once a married couple. Can't you spare me some mercy? Nuh-uh. You're not pulling that on him anymore. He won't be falling for it. Old time's sake. Really? When for almost the entirety of your marriage, you were cheating on him behind his back. Are you out of your mind? Oh, no, I didn't mean to anger you. Just please listen to me for a moment.
I can't tolerate this either. You're really annoying. What more do you want from us? I won't keep tolerating this crap.
Daniel! And what's he trying to do now? Hey, Jean, how about you get a muzzle on that boy toy of yours? Daniel, let's calm down.
No, you stay quiet. You can't tell me what to do. What, are you just gonna put up with this, huh? And you, Lisa, am I just a joke to you? Are we nothing but fools for you to laugh at? We've done enough to try and appease you, so how much more do you have to torment us? We'll sue. You want that? If you don't, then be quiet and hand us the money. You thief, you've stolen from us, and that's the truth. Give it all back to us.
Wow, Gene. Are you watching this? Your half of the jackpot is draining away because you can't keep a leash on that home-wrecking husband of yours.
It seems neither of you are really sorry about anything, if you're lashing out when you realize that you can't get what you want.
Daniel!
You didn't even buy that lottery ticket. Shall we sue you right away? Shall I call a lawyer? It's our property legally. So give us that money. We said we'll give you $20,000 to cover that bratty kid's child support.
Which isn't nearly enough to cover anything.
Now shut up. I'm telling you, that's all we can afford right now. And you have it now, so you should give us back that lottery money.
You seriously called my grandson a brat? Are you crazy? You have no grounds to sue us on. They don't record who buys those tickets. They don't have your names written down anywhere. All they care about is who is holding that ticket, and that was us. I never stole it from you. Have you already forgotten how you threw the ticket at me? No matter how much you beg and cry, I will never give you that money. So go ahead and sue me, or do whatever you want. I don't care. Scott doesn't care. You won't get that money.
You said it. If you won't give us that money, we'll go to your son's school every day. How would that feel for him? Don't you care about him? What will his friends say?
Gene, are you really allowing him to threaten our son? Every time I think you've stooped low enough, you grab a shovel and start digging. It is incredible. Hey, Daniel, be careful not to wind up with her divorcing you. If you keep this up, you might have to go back to being a lowly escort.
Oh, you think that's all we'll do? Dream on. We'll get that money even if we have to tell everyone in the neighborhood about who you three really are.
Oh, really? You can try, but we're not afraid of you at all. What do you mean, who you three really are? My son is the victim of a cheater and a homewrecker. He's a single dad with his elderly mother taking care of his child. What is there to be ashamed of? If anything, when they learn that it's because you failed to pay us child support, they'll turn on you. That'll be bad for my reputation. Look, Lisa. Scott, honey. It seems my husband is getting a little too excited here. Listen, if you just give us the lottery ticket, we'll give you all the child support. I'll sell off our house and move into an apartment to get the money. That's what you've wanted all this time, right? So please, give us the ticket. Oh, wait, that's too greedy now, isn't it? So just give us half of the winnings. How much was it again? 768? So half of that is 384. $384 million. That's enough for you three to live comfortably for years. Possibly for the rest of your life. And in exchange, you'll never have to see our faces again. I can promise you that. I swear.
Please don't call me honey ever again. You never called me that even while we were married.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. I'm getting chills. Stop bothering us. Anyway, the three of us will be quietly disappearing from your lives. So eat well and live well. You have your own child to take care of now, right? Your only child. I just don't want anything to do with any of you anymore, so I'll do everything in my power to make sure our paths never cross again. Oh, and I'll consider this lottery ticket your final gift to Matthew as his ex-mother. Thank you.
Hey, hold on. Where are you going? You can't just leave like that. We haven't finished talking yet.
If you want someone to talk to, then keep talking to that husband of yours. He seems to have a lot to say.
We are not leaving this place without you handing over that ticket. I'll take it away from you by force if I have to.
Don't even think about it. If you lay even one finger on any of us, I swear I won't hesitate to call the police. You hear me? After that, they quietly left, and I thought that meant they'd never contact us again. I had reason to believe so, considering they left us alone for a whole month. But then, Jean went to my son, panicking. Apparently, she'd been cheating on her current husband behind his back with another man. Once a cheater, always a cheater, I suppose. When he found out, he started demanding a DNA test of their baby, who might not even be biologically his. When the results came out, it was confirmed that the baby actually belonged to Jean's lover. Daniel was furious, and he started immediately filing for a divorce with the evidence he's gathered of her affair. And that's not all. Jean's lover had also been a married man, and his wife charged her financial compensation for the emotional damages she's caused. Suddenly saddled with a ton of debt, she came to Scott to beg him to take her back, begging and appealing to him by using her still young child. Scott stood his ground and refused, and Jean disappeared for a while. However, it was discovered that Daniel had also been cheating on her behind her back. Who would have ever guessed that the supposedly happily married couple would be cheating on each other? It seems Daniel missed the life of an escort a little too much. He wouldn't know what a stable relationship was even if it hit him in the face. One of his lovers was a married woman too, and her husband demanded financial compensation. Both struck by a sudden mountain of debt, they decided to continue living together even if their divorce had already been finalized. They also agreed to not seek money from each other and to instead focus on paying their collective debts. Divorcing cost enough money as it was, and getting back together would cost even more money. So they didn't have much of a choice. Of course, it would be a miracle if word of this never got out, but unfortunately people love to talk. And the details of this story were too juicy to resist passing on like wildfire. I swear I had nothing to do with it, and neither did Scott. And we hardly spoke of the details of this with Matthew. As it happens, Jean had been correct. Reputation really was everything in her business. Because the moment word got out that she not only refused to pay child support for over 3 years, but she and her husband had been cheating on each other, their company lost all credibility. They lost business partners, who no longer wanted to work with a CEO with such an irresponsible reputation. After all, she clearly didn't care about her children. And if she was dishonest in her personal relationships, who's to say she wouldn't be in business? Customers boycotted their products, and their already dwindling profits began sinking like the Titanic. They had to begin laying off workers, and those that remained quit one by one. Desperate, Jean took out loans to try and save the company, but in the end it went under, and she was left in thousands of dollars of debt. She attempted to go crawling back to her dad, who was still sitting on a decent amount of money himself, but he refused. When she tried to see him in person, he had already up and left the country. Just like how Jean had fled to Argentina. Like father, like daughter. I'm glad my husband would have never been this pathetic. Jean and Daniel had to sell off their remaining assets and move into a crummy apartment in the bad part of town. Their reputations were so down the toilet, nobody but convenience stores and hotels would hire them. Daniel returned to the life of an escort, while Jean began to take up what odd jobs she could. They became chronically unable to feed their young child, so the courts determined that Jean and Daniel could not reasonably take care of her. The parents of the baby's real father, her grandparents, took pity on her and adopted her. Karma really does exist, huh? Jean lost everything. As for us, well, for starters, we wound up moving into a new house. We're only a family of 3, so my son chose to move us into a house that was humble in size, but large in outdoor space so Matthew could play to his heart's content. It was so touching to see him so happy by the smallest things in life. He adores the little ducks that like to swim in the pond near our house. And he's always talking about how the air is so clean compared to our old apartment. But what seems to make him happy above all else is how neither of us have to work anymore. We quit all of our jobs because the money we have is enough to sustain us comfortably for the rest of our lives. Scott does express some desire to return to the workforce, but for now he wants to spend his free time working towards his GED to get a better education. I prepare snacks for Matthew to come home to every day, and he always tells me how much he loves it. Scott marveled at all of this one night with tears in his eyes. He couldn't believe that he had been missing all this precious time with Matthew. With our money, we could afford to get the best doctors to treat Matthew's dermatitis. The doctors have said he'll be fine, but to make sure he doesn't scratch his skin too often. I also had no idea how many different things Matthew had been secretly wanting to try up until now. In the past, I usually was the one who got out of work first, so I'd always ask him what he wanted to eat for dinner, and he'd always respond that he wanted chicken nuggets. He ate the exact same thing for over 2 weeks once, and when I asked him if he wanted to try something different, all he said was that chicken nuggets were his favorite, and that's why he wanted to eat it all the time. But I knew that wasn't the full truth, and I felt so sorry for it. Whenever we'd take him outside, I'd always notice him staring longingly at all the restaurants we could never afford to take him in. I'm sure he thought I didn't notice. But the other day, I finally told him that he didn't have to hold himself back anymore, and that we make plenty of money now to take him wherever he wants. After that, we went to a simple chain restaurant that he'd been wanting to go to for a while now, and we let him order whatever he wanted. When it turned out to be too much to eat, we took the leftovers home. I know that our family is unconventional, but I learned for the first time that even a family of 3 oddballs can still be perfectly happy. Matthew's always smiling these days, and it makes me think that everything will be okay. Of course, that doesn't mean we weren't going to take any precautionary measures. I filed petitions on Scott's behalf for restraining orders against Jean and Daniel. We also changed our phone numbers and blocked them for good measure. With the money we had, we hired a team of bodyguards for about a year. If nothing happened, we dismissed them, but it was better to be safe than sorry. In the meanwhile, we decided to donate half of the money we received from the lottery to various charities that helped hungry children in need as well as children in foster care. $384 million. That was the same amount of money Jean and her husband had begged us for. I'm glad we didn't let that money fall into the wrong hands, and we gave them to causes that actually needed it. As for now, Scott and I are going to make sure Matthew is happy and flourishing. We'll make sure he grows up to be a fine young man who always stands up for what's right. And I also hope that he grows up to be someone who can find the right person to be with. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more content just like this. See you next time!
Hey, Meredith! Where are you right now? I just got home and you're not here. Are you out again? You haven't come home since last Thursday. What have you been doing? I haven't seen you for days now. I'm starting to get worried. We've only been married for a month and you're leaving me all alone in this house. What's up with that? Just because you don't have a job, it doesn't mean you could leave and do whatever you want. You're my wife. You're supposed to be a stay-at-home wife. If you're going somewhere, at least tell me.
Oh, shut up. Stop being so obnoxious, Andrew. You know I hate it when you spam me with texts. You don't understand what I'm going through. You're always busy with work and I'm bored having to stay home all the time. My friends felt so bad for me that they invited me to hang out with them. They've been so generous and kind. Unlike you. Plus, don't you think it'd be rude of me to decline their kind gesture?
I'm sorry that you feel that way, honey. I had no idea you felt like that about me. But you know I have to work to support both of us. I'm not saying that you can't hang out with your friends. But how do you expect me to feel when you don't say anything ahead? You could give me a heads up if you're going out.
Oh my god! You are so conceited! Why do I have to tell you everything? It's like ever since we got married, you've been so clingy. Can't you give me some space on my own? You're acting like my dad.
Excuse me? All I'm asking from you is to tell me where you are.
Don't tell me you're one of those guys who immediately thinks that they have some kind of ownership of their wife as soon as they get married.
No, it's not like that at all. I care about you and I want the best for you. I'm just asking for you to talk to me. We need to have conversations about things like this. We're married. We're a team now. I need to know what's going on. I just want you to be honest with me. How do you expect me to feel when you don't say anything about spending not only one, but several nights somewhere else? I'm not even asking much here. It makes me feel like you're hiding something from me when you don't say anything. All I want is honesty between us.
Okay, fine, whatever. If you want me to talk to you, I'll talk to you. I'm not coming home for another week. Are you happy now?
A week? Meredith, what is going on? Are you going on a vacation or something? You need to tell me what's up. Where are you staying for a whole week? Where are you and what are you doing right now? Meredith, you need to tell me what's going on. I'm worried about you and I need to know that you're safe.
I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm just hanging out with my friends. Jeez, calm down. Stop being so clingy. You know what? Maybe there's a reason why I'm always out of the house. Maybe I don't want to be around you. Have you ever thought about that?
What do you mean? What did I ever do to you? Stop trying to act like the victim here. You know what? What's the point of our marriage if you're not spending any time at home?
That's so true. You actually make a great point.
Meredith, I'm serious. There's nothing funny about this at all. Seriously, what have you been up to all this time going out? You don't even come home. What are you doing?
It's none of your business. I'm telling you that I won't be home for another week. You can't be mad at me anymore.
Look, I actually have something important to tell you. That's why I need you home. It has to be in person. It's about our future. It's important, so I was hoping we could get together and talk about it.
What? Can't it wait? You're always so serious. Whatever it is, it can wait. Anyways, I gotta go now. TTYL, bye-bye.
Meredith, hold on. Wait, I'm not done with you yet. Meredith, hello? Hi, Meredith. It's Andrew. It's been a week already. I haven't heard from you at all. Are you coming home tonight?
Huh? Oh, I think I'm going to stay for another day or two. I'm not coming home tonight. Sorry, babe.
What? You're kidding, right? I can't believe you'd blow me off like this. I can't trust you anymore.
Aw, don't be so upset. I'll be home in a couple of days. It's not a big deal.
You know what? I was going to wait until you got home. I wanted to tell you this in person, but let's get a divorce. I don't see the point of staying married to you anymore. If you can't prioritize spending time with your husband, what's the point? You're gone 90% of the time. I don't think you even love me anymore. I think it will be best for both of us.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? Check your mailbox. I think it should have arrived by now.
What? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just checked the envelope. You sent me a divorce paper. It's signed. What is this?
Well, remember you told me that you didn't see the point in our marriage. It made me realize that we could just get a divorce. I signed the papers and sent them to your mailbox. All you have to do is sign them and turn them in. I made it easier for you. Aren't I a good wife? I mean, ex-wife.
I can't believe you did all that behind my back. How dare you?
I married you because you made a great income and I thought I didn't need to work like other wives do. It's all I ever wanted, to be honest. I hate working. I love being a stay-at-home wife. Well, except I don't stay at home since I love to go out.
So you married me for my money? I can't believe the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Well, I loved you for your money. At least there was love. But you're so clingy. I thought I'd be free if I became a stay-at-home wife, but you give me no freedom. That's another reason why I decided to sign the divorce papers.
You could have told me. We could have discussed this like real adults.
Why does it even matter? You were planning to tell me about the divorce too. We were on the same page after all. It wouldn't make any difference. I just made it easier. You should be thanking me.
Yeah, but you should at least know that you've hurt me. I loved you, Meredith. It's unfortunate that our marriage has to end like this.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. Boo-hoo. I guess this is it then. I'm so happy I'm divorcing you. I get to be free now. No more annoying texts from you. I'll come to grab my things while you're gone. So don't you dare change the house key, okay? Unless you want to keep my clothes and bags.
Okay, fine. I don't want to see any of your things in the house. You better pack everything by next weekend. What was all this for? I can't believe I married you in the first place if I knew we'd break up within a month. I guess this is goodbye then. Have a nice life.
Hey, Andrew. Long time no see. It's been forever since the last time I spoke with you. These 3 years went by so quickly. How are you?
Who's this? Wait. It can't be. Is it really you?
It's Meredith, the ex-wife you loved so much. Did you miss me? I'm glad you haven't blocked my contact. Do you still love me?
I just didn't bother blocking you. It doesn't mean anything. Look, I don't have time to talk to you. In fact, maybe I should block you now. Goodbye, Meredith.
No, wait, hold on. I have something important to tell you. If you block me, you'll regret it. Trust me, you'd want to hear this.
What is it?
You know, I've become quite impressed by who you've become.
What do you mean?
I heard your uncle reached out to you right after our divorce.
Yeah, he did. What about it?
Isn't your uncle the CEO of the biggest tech company in the country? Since he doesn't have any children, you've been chosen to take over the company, right? Therefore, you'll be the next CEO. Therefore, you'll be rich. Why didn't you tell me this? You know it could have saved our marriage.
I tried to tell you, but you were out of the house. That's why I told you to come home, but you blew me off. You know what? I still would have divorced you. You were a terrible wife to me. You always left the house without saying a word to me. You were gone most of the time.
I see. Well, let's move on past that. If you apologize to me, I'll apologize to you. Let's make up and start over.
Why do I have to apologize to you? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't have anything to talk to you about. Why did you text me anyways? Actually, I don't care or want to know. Look, I'm not interested in whatever you have to say. I'm busy. I've got to go.
No, wait. I'm getting to the point. I have a big surprise for you.
No, save it. I told you I'm not interested in whatever you have to tell me.
Well, what if I tell you that I'm willing to get back together with you?
Excuse me.
I know about the house you built after we got divorced. You know, that 3-story house with 7 bedrooms and a big pool in the yard.
What? How do you know about that? Where did you get information about my house?
It doesn't matter. I was thinking that maybe I could move back in with you and we could have a child together.
Do you know how insane you sound right now?
Your house is amazing. It's like my dream house. I heard it's got an island kitchen and even a movie theater. It'll be such a waste if you live in it all by yourself. We can start a family together. With all that space, we could have 3 or even 4 kids. I've brought my stuff. The moving company is with me right now. Hurry up and open the door.
What? Don't tell me you're at my front door right now.
Yes, I am. Who do you think is ringing the doorbell? Silly.
Oh my god. It's you. And the moving company. What are you doing here?
I'm here to start over. You should be grateful that I'm making an effort here. I know you miss me.
No, I don't miss you. I want you off my property. Right now.
Come on, don't be like that. Let's get back together. Let's celebrate our reunion after 3 years. You know we belong to each other. We're soulmates.
Please leave.
Let's start making babies tonight. What do you say?
I'll say this as many times as I have to in order for you to understand me. I'm not interested. I don't think you realize this, but I already have kids of my own.
What? I never gave birth to anyone.
I got remarried to someone else after I divorced you. I have a new family.
Oh, you're talking about me, aren't you? You mean you've signed the marriage papers?
No. What part don't you understand? After I divorced you, I met my new wife. We dated for a year and got married. We have 2 children now.
What? You got married to someone else other than me?
Yes, I did.
I don't believe it! How dare you marry someone else other than me? I never gave you permission. How could you do this behind my back?
Permission? Why do I need your permission? We've been divorced for 3 years now. You're just a stranger to me.
Yes, but... Look, I want us to get back together. I was the one who married you first. Not some skank that you're married to now.
Don't call my wife that. She is the most wonderful woman I've ever met in my life. She's nothing like you. Look, I've already called the cops. They're on their way to come to arrest you for trespassing.
You did what? I don't want to get arrested. I'm still young. I have a future. You're not going to ruin my life. I thought you still loved me. I mean, you married me once, so there must be something left between us. Don't you want to start over with me?
Why would I want that? You disgust me. I've already moved on and have a new family. You need to back off.
You're so mean. How dare you?
You need to know your place. You have no right to tell me what to do. I need to protect my family. If you don't want me to press charges against you, get off my property.
Ugh, fine. This isn't over yet. Hey, Andrew. Stop ignoring my calls. I need to talk to you about something important. Why did I receive a letter from the police saying that I have to pay money to you?
You cheated on me, didn't you?
What?
Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. I know you cheated on me while we were still married. I know you took money out of our account. Not just for the trips, but you were giving your unemployed boyfriend cash, right? My cash. Drake, was it? You stole money to give to him. I'm suing you for it. I had a PI look into it, actually. So, you were with this guy from before we got married. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. You only married me for the money so you could enjoy spending time with your boyfriend while I worked during the day. But you got scared that you'd get caught, didn't you? Because I'd always ask where you were. So you decided to leave me before I found out. To be honest, you were acting too strange. I knew you were up to something from the beginning.
How did you find out about this? How do you know about my ex-boyfriend? I never mentioned anything about him.
When I divorced you, my uncle became worried. I told him everything about what was going on and how you've been reacting towards me. He got suspicious, and he hired a PI to get some information about you. That's how he found out about everything. My lawyers have contacted your boyfriend and are getting the facts, too.
Look, he's not even my boyfriend anymore. Plus, he was the one who called me first. It's not my fault he dragged me into this. I shouldn't be the one paying money.
Now, hold on. I still have other new information I found out from my PI.
What is it?
You only contacted me after 3 years because you found out that Drake had a wife all along, and she found out about it. She and you had a fight and you broke a bunch of stuff, right? So you owe money. And you tried to get out of it by marrying me. You're using me for my money again. Been there, done that. So now you have to pay not only me, but your boyfriend's wife. I wonder how you're going to do that without a job.
That's not true! Come on, I love you! Please don't do this to me.
Oh, stop with your fake apologies. I should have known that you were just a gold digger.
I love you! I promise I'll behave well. I'll take care of the house and I will be more honest with you.
Why are you telling me this after 3 years? We've divorced. I have a new family, and I'm not interested in having any relations with you. You need to be held accountable for what you've done. It's too late. Goodbye, Meredith. I'm finally blocking you. If there's anything else, you will be hearing from my lawyers. Good luck paying those bills.
No! I'm sorry!
Despite what Meredith had done to me, her parents paid the money since she had nothing at all. Her parents were furious at her, though, and she needs to pay them back someday. Meredith had no choice but to find a job, and she is working day and night at some fast food place. It's her first job she ever had, and is having a lot of trouble getting used to it. I heard she always gets yelled at by her coworkers because she shows up late. She even gets scolded by customers because of her terrible attitude. It's too bad that she can't quit her job, though, since she has nowhere else to go. I hope she'll realize her mistake someday, but who knows? I was traumatized by her showing up at my house and decided to file a restraining order from her just in case. I have a beautiful family I need to protect, and I don't want her to ruin my life ever again. I decided to move on with my life and try to enjoy every second of it while Meredith reflects on her behavior.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Lewis! It's been a long time, hasn't it? Is Skyla doing well? I'm sorry I've made you wait for 10 years. How about we get remarried?
Who is this?
What are you talking about? It's your ex-wife.
Doesn't ring a bell.
How can you say that doesn't ring a bell? We're playing around.
Nope. I don't know, unless you mean the woman who left a note on the kitchen table 10 years ago saying, "Sorry, but I found my true love." The letter, which was left beside the already filled out and signed divorce papers. The person who then disappeared and I never saw again. The woman who left our daughter at the daycare and never came back to pick her up. That woman.
Look, I told you to stop playing around. I messaged you because I want to have a serious conversation, okay?
After all this time, a serious conversation. What could you even want to talk about? I don't want anything to do with anyone like you. Didn't I block you from messaging me in the first place?
Yeah, it looked like you blocked me, so I had to go through the trouble of making a whole new account. That's how important this is.
But I didn't want to talk to you ever again.
Really? You're pretty persistent to hold a grudge for this long, huh? Didn't I apologize?
If you think that a tiny little apology is going to make everything all right again, you're crazy.
Wow, you're being pretty rude, aren't you? Look, how about I apologize again? I'm sorry.
Renee, what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you acting like what you did wasn't that bad at all?
Oh, it wasn't me. It was the other man. He seduced me and I didn't know what I was doing. He seduced me. He tricked me. He's the one that's bad, not me. So you see, it really wasn't my fault.
If you honestly believe that, your parents need to raise you all over again.
Oh, see? You're still being rude to me.
I'm being rude. You're in no position to say that. I finished work early and came home to find that letter on the table from you, along with the divorce papers. Then I get a call from the daycare saying, why hasn't anyone come to pick up Skylar yet? Do you have any idea how I felt?
Thinking back, I know that was bad, but
But what? Look, I don't care about me. But do you have any idea what you did to your daughter? Do you know what it's like for a 3-year-old girl to have her mom just walk out on her?
oh, that's right. She was only 3 back then. That's when a child really needs their mother.
If you knew that, why did you do such a stupid thing?
I told you, I was seduced. With the stress from raising a child, the stress from work, the stress from everything, I wasn't thinking clearly.
If we pretend that was true, it doesn't change the fact that you did a horrible thing to your daughter.
I know what I did to Skyla was bad. I know a child needs their mother. I know that now. That's why I want to come back home with you two. Why can't you understand that?
Because we don't need you anymore. You were here for 3 years, but you were gone for 10. Which life do you think Skyla remembers? You left when she was 3. As far as she's concerned, she doesn't have a mother.
But having a mother is better than not having a mother. It must have been hard for you raising her alone for 10 years, wasn't it? I'm telling you, I'll help you again. Won't that be better for Skyla too?
This coming from the source of all our troubles. Anyway, I have no interest in getting back together with you. My sister helps us a lot. We really don't need you around.
Look, if you're going to keep acting like this, nothing will change. You don't think this is putting any burden or stress on your sister? Think about Skyla. And think about what would be best for her. And I think you'll understand.
Really? Okay, I get it.
Good. It would have been a lot easier if you'd have understood from the start. We wasted a bunch of time here.
That's not what I meant.
Huh?
You keep saying it's better for Skylar, but how about we check with her and see what she thinks? Hang on a bit. I'm going to talk to her about all of this.
Okay, if I have to. I understand. Sorry for keeping you waiting. That took a while, huh? So what did Skyla say? Dad explained everything to me. It took a while. Dad wanted to reply to you, but I figured it would be best if I told you myself. Oh, this is Skyla. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I bet you've gotten so big, huh? I want to see you face to face as soon as possible. It's been a while? Shouldn't you be saying it nice to meet you? And I'm in no hurry to meet a stranger. What are you talking about? I'm your mother. No, you're not. I don't have a mother. Come on, of course you do. Oh, I get it. Has your dad been lying to you all these years? It's okay. I'm here now. I'm your real mother, so you don't have to worry. My memories from my early childhood are really vague, but the only woman I remember taking care of me is my Aunt Paula. I don't remember ever calling anyone Mom. If there was someone there before that, I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry. I left you when you were very young. I've been thinking about that for a long time. That's why I want to come back to you. So please don't say I don't have a mother. It makes me feel sad. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a mother. That's my reality. That's because your father has been twisting your reality by telling you that. Your father hates me, so he probably told you things like that. But everyone knows it's best if a child has their mother in their life. It's true, when I was young and asked where my mother was, he told me I didn't have one. See, I told you. But he had to tell me that. No one is gonna tell their little kid your mom ditched you and ran off with her new lover. If you think about it a little, I'll think you'll see why he told me what he told me. Yeah, I see. I guess if you look at it like that, I get it, I do. Yep. That's good. I think you put it best when you said everybody knows it's best if a child has their mother in their life. When I was in elementary school, the other students teased me a lot for not having a mother. It got so bad there were times when I didn't want to go to school anymore. Dad and Aunt Paula got really mad about it sometimes too. I was young, so I was thinking things like, why do I not have a mother? Or why is not having a mother not normal?
Yeah, it must have been hard on you. But it's okay now, because I'm coming home.
No, I'm fine now. Dad worked really hard and he's making good money now. On his days off, we cook together and he takes me to loads of cool places and we hang out together a lot. And Paula comes over and helps with the housework and takes care of me if Dad ever isn't around. On top of that, I've got lots of friends that hang out with me and keep me company. Because of all that, my junior high school life is completely different than my elementary school days. I love it now.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be even more happy with your mother around? Having me around too would be great, wouldn't it?
No. How many times do I have to say it? I don't have a mother.
How can you not understand this by now?
Aren't I the one that's supposed to be saying that? Because of you not being around, because of all the trouble I went through, and because of all the people who supported me, it made me who I am today. I'm happier now than I've ever been. I don't need a stranger butting in.
Hang on. Who are you calling a stranger? Just because you don't remember me doesn't mean I'm not your mother. You can't talk to me like that. I thought I'd have a nice conversation with you. And this is what you do? Oh, did we upset you?
Louis?
Yeah. Skyla handed me back the smartphone with a refreshed look on her face. Looking at the above conversation you had, I see she told you everything she wanted to tell you. Good. Good.
It wasn't good. How could she say such a terrible thing to her mother? How are you raising her for her to act like that? I guess guys really can't raise children by themselves, huh?
Seeing as she said it to the person who abandoned everyone and everything, I'm gonna let it go. You just come out of nowhere talking to her like you're her mother and expect her to treat you like one?
But I am her mother. It's because of all the things you probably told her about me that she treats me like this. So what are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. I don't care what happens to you. Skyla and I, we don't hate you, we just don't care what happens to you.
How could you?
I'm pretty sure you just won money, and you figured you'd use Skyla somehow to get it. I see you and your lover were up to a bunch of different things and racked up quite a debt, huh?
How did you know that?
I'm not gonna say who, because I don't want them to get in trouble, but I have a friend who's a lawyer. You were going to use Skyla to get back with me to steal my money, weren't you?
It's not like that.
Then why did you wait till now to contact me, after all these years?
There's no particular reason. It's just a coincidence.
Oh, really? Well, if you've got no reason, Skyla and I don't need you. Don't contact us ever again.
Wait, hold on. I'm not done talking to you. Louis?
After that, Renee started getting really annoying, so I ended up having to block her again. I figured if she changed her account again to contact me, I'd report her to the police as a stalker. I didn't have to do that, though, because the next day she got caught red-handed trying to break into someone's house and was arrested. The house she was trying to break into was the house we lived in with her so many years ago. I guess she didn't know that Skyla and I moved. I had taken my sister's advice many years ago and moved into my parents' old house. I guess it caused a problem for the person now living in Renee and I's old house, but looking back on Skyla's conversation with Renee, I finally understand all the pain Skyla went through. It's probably still going to be an inconvenience for her, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to raise Skyla the best that I can. I love her, and I'll never abandon her.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time.